People are getting hold of us saying Jim hasn't mentioned Instagram at all, Rush Hour or Triple M Footy. I'm getting that large now, Purple. I don't have to. I'm global. I'm not trending to that point.
You're one of the quiz questions, Jim, on Instagram.
Yes.
You're a question.
No doubt about it.
And by the way, let me just say this.
I'm airborne.
The Triple M stream got chopped off halfway through the quiz. Now, that's almost caused a riot amongst our
Why'd that happen?
Is it because
they go over to the AFL the AFL stream, don't they?
That's AFL rules about how close you get to game
exactly
time.
Right. So you have to go to the AFL.
Nothing we can do.
AFL, what do you go? Speak.
AFL.com.au.
Yes.
Isn't that the streaming, and we'll be there. Mob you work for? That's where you're white-handed, Jude.
Yep. No.
Mate, let's not go over that ground again.
Oh, it still cuts deep.
That show's disappeared off a cliff since I left, Chief. That's all I'm...
Double the audience.
And double the sheets.
There'd be no doubt about that.
Maybe treble.
Well, all as I know is this. At James Brayshaw will give you the world of entertainment. I know what you're going to say.
Don't do it.
Well, I saw it.
Are you saying don't do it, or
are you talking about Duke being on the green stuff?
Yeah,
I saw it with my own eyes.
I know you saw it, and I heard you.
I don't like to bring it up.
Is that a demotion?
Well, that's my issue.
Exactly.
Is because we thought he was going along okay.
Far from it.
That's it.
I had to leave, so I didn't see this, but I was listening to Triple M on for the last post game.
That's it.
And when you said, "Let's have a listen to the interview with." Whoever it was,
Luke Hodge,
and I'm thinking with Luffy or Steve-O or Sam Lane or one of those sort of slower nypsies that they put out there.
Mark Soderstrom. Who's very good.
Narrowly Meadows or Welshie.
Occasionally when you get 80,000 at the G, you send a big gun
Jack
down.
Nevron, whoever he is.
To get more out of...
Very good caller, Jack.
Yeah, that Jack. Or maybe even Jay-Z Clark, who's only just started.
So why did it happen, Gaz?
Well, you want to ask me what happened?
Will's telling the story.
All right, and since when did you actually...
I don't know the answer. All I know is
listen to this
when we were covering footy, the Nypsies down on the boundary with
which was Brayshaw.
It was for a year.
Real flotsam and jetsam.
Until I realised I was actually gold and up I went. I never went back down again. But all I'll say to you is this, Garry. All I'll say to you is this.
You tell me, because I wasn't there.
I've never seen body language as sheepish.
Didn't want to be there?
I've never seen body language as sheepish.
No.
To the point where at one stage... I think it was Jared Roughhead early, so it was a nice sort of...
No, Hodgie, I went to Hodgie. Went to the skipper, Hodgie. He was very excited. Very excited to see me.
Who was your next, Duke?
And then Ruff didn't give him much, I'll be honest with you. I got a couple of one-worders from Ruff, but...
What happened with Ruff, I was watching, was Duke was almost sort of trying to face the other way, like I'm not actually doing this. Hopefully it'll just be a camera on Ruff only.
Like a
sort of trying to...
Just a mic, single shot.
To the right.
Listen, you...
And then at the end of that, he had to walk down to get into the car park, which is the race right underneath us.
No.
And
in the words of Spud, did he slide under the fence?
There must have been something on his shoes, because that's all he was looking at the whole way over.
Yeah, Jim, I also heard a rumour that maybe one of the players made mention of the fact.
Yes. Who was
it? Is that true?
Ruff. He said it's brilliant that you've wandered down here, and it's obviously a big occasion. That
but he was laughing when he said
might have had a little snigger. Can I, just to give you a bit of backstory here?
I spoke to Gibbo, and he said, well, what about Duke's fall from
Can you believe it?
Come down onto the ground.
This is the way
down out of the box.
Sort of ground stuff.
This is the way it played out, and I'll give you a bit of backstory. Is that Wispy Watson, who is our gun, and we at Seven treat that as equally as important a role. And you got a three-time premiership hero in Watto out there delivering it. Watto had to duck off and do 7 News, and the word came through in my earpiece and said, you might want to leave early, get down there and knock off a couple of interviews, which I've never, ever done before. Oh. And you know what I did? I looked to the side, looked in the Triple M box, and I saw these flogs, and I thought, you know what's going to happen? I know exactly how this is going to play out. I'm going to have the greatest tools on earth. They're going to give me a spray. And I looked at Lethal. Lethal wasn't going anywhere. So I thought it's time to hightail it down there.
So, Gaz,
and did a very fine job.
If they're starting to just push Duke down there, who are they grooming to take his spot upstairs?
Oh, I think Welshie.
No, and would that be fine?
Oh, good-looking man.
Someone on the rise.
Presents well.
That's it.
More contemporary.
Jude Bolton.
Jude Bolton's a man on the move.
Basil Zempilas.
He's on the fly. Maybe not bad.
Well, all I know... Gary, in a past life, I, of course, worked for the Seven Network, and I've still got some Nipsies who furnish me with stuff.
You're an old Seven man.
Seven man, right, back in the early 2000s.
Took your photo down a long time ago.
Let me just say this, Duke. A couple of my boys who know what goes on reckon, I wasn't aware of this until they told me afterwards, that Duke might have gone to Jordan Lewis and to Sam Mitchell, and they've both given it the piss off. So
Mate.
Hodgie was his third P.
Mate,
And that's when you know you're being treated with contempt.
They were coming at me from everywhere down there on ground level. There was a lot of excitement.
I've also got some ferrets in there. I heard he
You've got ferrets at
He
7.
walked down and made a beeline for Ceglar.
Oh, big Segs.
And in the air said, get away from him. No ruckman. Wander off. They do get to do a U-turn and go and find
I
someone.
would have been happy for a bit of one-on-one with Big Sexy, but you'll find that will be award-winning post-game stuff, Chief.
It was glorious from where I was watching.
I do know the club's put in a request from Channel 7 not to have him again.
Here we go.
I mean, they were up and about after a great win, and apparently just brought everyone down.
You know what I can hear, as I'm doing it with these dickheads yelling out the glass? I can hear, get off the ground, Duke, you big flog. That was why I wanted to get off.
For the Herald's.
And then on Saturday nights, which I didn't see, are you calling or commentating or both? Special comments
I
or
can
both?
do a bit of both.
Ground interviews.
So you launch it.
Ground interview.
No, Jim. He launches into a call when he feels like it, and then backs into a special comment role.
When you've been at the highest level, you can do both.
Listen to
There's
this.
very few can.
Back down the ground for you, Duke.